After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hello. Thanks for hanging out with us today. This is Lori and Julia, and we are still loud.
We are. Hi.
Okay, so you had an epic day. I know people are going to hear this tomorrow, but we're today. We're doing our podcast today. But you were on with Jason on myTalk this morning.
Oh, my gosh.
And that was your first time doing a whole morning show.
Yes, it was, Julia.
What's that like?
Well, I hung out my clothes the night before, just like I was going on a trip.
Yes, of course.
Casey
You love that.
Yeah, I had Casey come upstairs and wake me at 5.
You don't have an alarm?
Yeah, I needed to be there at 5:45. I had an epic night of bowling last night, and Jason has joined a league.
Are you kidding?
No,
oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
Yeah, he just loves it. And we were both out late, and I had trouble falling asleep. I was excited about the show and then nervous I'd oversleep and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, he makes it so easy. It was an absolute blast. My stomach hurts from laughing. Absolutely hurts from laughing. But I now am dealing with, my phone is on the fritz.
Your phone is on the fritz. We have to call into jury duty. I'm apparently doing that for you. We couldn't get your camera on your computer to work this morning, and I can barely hear you. But besides that.
It's just been.
Everything's great.
And I'm going to Gaga tomorrow night, so I got to get a hold of my buddy Tom. I got to have a working phone. He's got our tickets.
Many problems.
I knew I needed a new phone. And I just said, I'll work with it until it breaks. And now it appears to be broken. You'll see.
Get it.
But anyway. Yeah,
anyway,
I'm glad to be here.
It was fun listening to you.
Oh, it was so fun.
If people want to listen, they can download the podcast on myTalk, on the myTalk app.
Yes.
And you can find the Jason show. And today, you're on tomorrow as well. It was really fun. The Second Chance Romance segment that was epic. We will talk about that. And you can also find us for other people on the myTalk app. You can download, and just listen to us, whatever, at Still Loud there as well. Okay, so tell everybody about Second Chance Romance. It's a thing where two people go on a date and then they get the people on the phone afterwards and they hear from one person first and then call the other person in and see if it's a match.
Yes. And it is, I've listened to Jason's show, for years, but I do love the Second Chance Romance. And
everybody does.
And when I'm in my car, I'm yelling and, quarterbacking and talking out loud on my phone to the people that are going on. So they didn't really tell me anything. I guess I wasn't really supposed to talk.
So usually what happens is they call the first person and see how the date was.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of ask them something. And then they call the second person and get their interpretation of the date.
And this guy right away says, I need your help in getting my lady back. And I thought, okay, you don't call anybody my lady after one date. This already, I'm having hives over.
Well, what was funny is because they usually let the person who goes on the date talk. But Lori, you interrupted. You just did color commentary on the side, which was epic. It was epic. I laughed. I got like 3 texts from friends. I laughed so hard because that doesn't happen because they usually let the people talk, but it was so funny.
Oh, well,
So the guy said my lady, and then what else did you say about him?
Well, he was so strange and he was so proprietary. Yeah, and he was so proprietary about one date. I'm just getting stalker vibes. And, and I didn't realize you're just supposed to just sit and go along with the flow. And so nobody told me. So I just, was giving color commentary. And then
epic.
He said the date went great. It couldn't have been better. They were vibing. The chemistry was there. And then they had a couple intimate moments on a sidewalk. And I said to Jason, he's a terrible kisser, and that's all she needs to know. Well, they didn't even get to kissing. He lied about that. He totally told her You would look better in a skirt, not pants. It's not a very feminine look.
What is he from? The Renaissance area?
I don't know. He sounded like from the Eisenhower days. You should wear a different color lipstick. And she's like, I don't cut corners. And she was just done with him. I think he lied about the intimate sidewalk encounter. They didn't even get to a kiss.
So funny.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
I'll have to listen to it again because
it was funny, Lori.
I did not realize that was like not what you're supposed to be doing. But how would I know?
Well, how would you know? You've only listened for 22 years. How would you know that I'm not allowed to talk here? That has never stopped you, no matter what. Even if they would have told you you couldn't talk, you would have talked. It was fun, but it was fun listening. So you've had your fill. You've been working.
I've been working. I'm all like prepped and ready to go to talk about anything. And
well, here's what I want to talk about.
All right,
because Jason brought it up, and I had it to talk to you about the other day, and I know. You don't like to watch this show because you think it's too optimistic. And I'm talking about Shrinkage on
Shrinking, not shrinkage. Gosh, shrinkage is something that happens to a flaccid wiener.
It is.
Shrinking.
On Apple Plus. And it just wrapped up its third season. And it stars Harrison Ford, Jason Segel, this Gabby woman who is about my favorite new actress in the world. Her name is Jessica Williams. Michael Urie from Ugly Betty is hysterical. Tim McGinty from like Revenge of the Nerds, the handsome guy with all the hair, is hysterical. It's such a cast. And so you tapped out because you just thought, I don't want to. It's just too nice.
I like a darker show.
You always do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what this show does. It's a little bit, it reminds me of the show that we used to watch with Mandy Moore. All of Us, or what was that called?
This Is Us?
This is us. Where you get humor. They weren't so funny. These guys are funny. You get humor. You get a real life problem. You get feelings, which I know scares you.
Harrison Ford being funny. I mean, he is the best part of the show.
And so is Gabby, and so is Michael Urie. But you need the other characters because it's about friendship. It's about relationships and how these people's lives cross. It's all kind of based on these guys are therapists. And Jason Segel's wife was killed right before the show started. And it's grieving. It's so every episode, and they're only 30 minutes long, you probably get it close to tears. You laugh out loud. And it just ends and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do another one. I want more of these people. It's I think one of the best shows.
All right. I'm going to go back to it now that I know that Michael J. Fox is a guest star in this the season that just wrapped.
Yes. And we know from last season that Harrison Ford's character, Paul, has Parkinson's. And so they have, it just touches everybody. It's so good. All generations.
Is that how they printed Michael J. Fox had died?
I don't know how that came up because that was on CNN yesterday afternoon. So there's this Paley Fest, which I don't know what Paley Fest is.
Paley Fest is it celebrates TV stuff. So earlier in the week, the 50th anniversary of Charlie's Angels.
Yes.
And every year it's in LA. I think Neil Justin used to go there.
I think so. It's at the Paley Center.
The Paley Center, and that's Belle Burden, the Stranger's memoir you
just talked about.
That's her grandfather. He was married to Babe Paley.
Yes, so you're right.
It's a media kind of celebration of. I think it's all TV,
and they bring in panels and stuff, and so they had on the people from Shrinking, and Michael J. Fox was there, Harrison Ford, Ted McGinty, I don't know who else. But I don't know how CNN gets it that he's dead. And then
they didn't source it. I mean, obviously somebody hit the wrong button.
And he had a comeback, and he's just like, I think I'm here and alive or something. Duh.
Yeah. He handled it, funny, and CBS or CNN just, is like they're embarrassed. I mean, but people should know that obituaries are pre-written and pre-packaged for notable people.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. And you haven't been sharing many notable bits since I think our last one, but I want to tell you something. So our friend Pookie works at the Star Tribune in obituary. She's the new obituary lady, and she has so many tips for people because, she's doing them with these people and they never have a picture with just the person alone. So get a good picture of your loved ones alone if they're, looking to, later in life. And then she just has all these other suggestions for people because she says it's amazing the connections and the stories you hear through obits, which you've been a lover for life and I've loved them through you.
Mm-hmm.
But she just said, please, because everyone, you do the holiday picture and everyone's with grandma or grandpa or aunts and uncle, do just if that one is a little older, take the solo photo.
I was so happy that my dad wrote his own obituary. He wrote it like 3 years before he died so that we wouldn't have to worry about it. And then it was in his file folder. It was so great. All we had to do was update just a few things in it and, great picture. But he's just like, oh, I'll just write it.
That's the beauty of knowing that you're going to die, like had cancer or have a diagnosis.
We're all going to die. I mean, theoretically, everybody could get a jump start on their obituary and pick the photo.
Which one would you use?
I want the one that you took of me at Villa Blanca in Beverly Hills.
I know
where I'm holding up a wine glass.
I know it.
And my hair looks really cute.
We just saw the hair designer in Beverly Hills.
No, this was the very first trip when we met Lisa and Ken.
What year would it have been in?
I want to say
2007.
Yeah, something like that. But I love that photo. And I do think I might have a folder somewhere where I might have put that. But where that folder is now is a mystery, just like where is the camera button on this computer that I have.
Okay, so that was really fun.
I'm a Luddite. I had a secretary for all those years.
Okay, Lori, not for all those years. You haven't had one since 2000.
2002.
Okay, so again, for all those years, there's been 22.
Okay, but Donnie was kind of my secretary. He acted like it, and then you're
so
my secretary because you would
I don't want
read
to do
the
it anymore.
emails.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Anyway,
I do have a notable obituary for you,
good, because I'm still thinking about that lovely lady who wrote the Olive Garden reviews in North Dakota that you told us about last fall. I loved your obits.
Yeah, well, Chip Taylor passed away on March 23rd, and you think, well, I don't know if I know this songwriter, Chip Taylor, but you do because he wrote Wild Thing. Which, of course, the Troggs sing. That's right. You make everything.
Wild Thing.
Yeah, Wild Thing.
I think I'm in love.
Yes, very good. A classic song he also wrote, and I know you love this song. It was made a hit by Marilee Rush, and then Juice Newton had a huge hit, Angel of the Morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Playing with the Queen of Hearts. Okay, Angel.
No, just call me Angel of the Morning.
Oh, just call me Angel in the morning, baby. Just call me darling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, a great song to sing. And
can I just digress to the King of Hearts? I'm just writing a note for myself because I hated that song. All right, go back.
I hated that song.
I hated
So Angel of the Morning, he died of cancer. He was a prolific composer and songwriting during his 60-year career. He wrote hits for Janis Joplin, Dusty Springfield, Frank Sinatra. His Joplin hit was Try Just a Little Bit Harder. Great blues song.
Okay.
You would recognize it. He also wrote Anne Murray's country hit, Son of a Rotten Gambler.
Okay.
And he wrote Welcome Home by Chicago soul man Walter Jackson. He was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame 10 years ago alongside Marvin Gaye and Tom Petty. During the ceremony, Chip performed Wild Thing with his grandchildren.
Oh,
five of them. Yeah.
How fun.
And he was born James Wesley Voigt in Yonkers, New York, the third son of Elmer and Barbara Voigt. His father was a professional golfer, and he is the younger brother of the actor John Voigt.
Your Chip Taylor.
Is Angelina's uncle, younger brother.
Wow.
And his first breakout success came in 1966 with Wild Thing. And it didn't take off with the first band called Wild Ones, but in the hands of British rock group The Troggs, it became a #1 hit in the United States and provided Taylor with, as he said, a permanent seat in the Pop Culture Hall of Fame. The song was one of the primal radio odes to youthful lust, and he wasn't sure about it at first. In an interview in 1999. On the demo, I told the sound engineer to turn off the lights in the studio, and I just sat on a stool and sang it like a blues guy would. My brother John was visiting. I played the song for him later the same night, and he predicted it would be a smash hit. And in the early 80s, he made so much money songwriting, he retired from music and started gambling full time. He frequently bet on horse races with his friend Ernie Dahlman, one of the world's top horse race bettors. He also enjoyed blackjack and became such a skilled card counter, he got banned from several casinos in Las Vegas.
So he didn't lose his fortune. He just made fortunes.
No. And he had an album called Yonkers, New York in 2009. It was kind of a country-tinged homage to his hometown. And it was nominated for a Grammy. And he said, I was always proud of the third largest city in New York, Yonkers. And I loved the energy of the place. And he has an album that was released last month called Words from the Holy Garden. And he was married to his middle school sweetheart who inspired Wild Thing.
That's a good story. And John Voight's little brother. And his brother John thought it would be a hit.
Yeah.
Oh
Chip Taylor was his name. Yeah,
Chip Taylor.
I want to look at that 2016. I want to see the Songwriters Hall of Fame if they have that Wild Thing performance with his 5 grandkids.
Isn't that just cute?
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
So anyway. If we could only sing, Lori.
Oh,
if we could only sing. Okay, let's just diverse. Just turn the corner for a second. Or digress.
Yeah.
Or what is, no, I'm going to diverse.
Is having a diverse population. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a diverse conversation. We're going to switch to a sponsor. And I want to thank Twin Cities Closet Company. They are just phenomenal. If you have had the opportunity, because Laura, you've had your closets done. I had one done at another place, and I'm looking to have them done here.
I had 5 baby closets done, little hallway closets in an old house, but boy, did it make a difference. Now I have 2 big closets I need done.
And it makes such a difference when
it does.
You can find things, you're organized, and it forces you kind of to get more organized yourself too. But we become complacent in our spaces and are just used to shoving everything in or letting everything fall on us and think, oh, all right, I got to open the door this way or just shove this in, no one will see. It being organized and just is so glorious. And it's life-changing when you really can find your stuff and you don't have that extra stress every day. And tcclosets.com is where you call for a complimentary design consultation. They can either Zoom or they can come to your house and they will give you 3D designs. No project is too small to start. And I'm telling you, this is a family-run business. And they stand behind what they do, and they use the highest quality products. And all their drawers are dovetailed where the pieces fit together like a puzzle, and they just work so well. Anyway, we love them. We hope that you'll give them a buzz or go to their email or go to their locations. They're in Mound and Minneapolis. That's Twin Cities Closet Company or tcclosets.com. And then, can we just talk about the glorious thing called eyeglasses?
Yes.
At Envision. This is the big week because this is the trunk shows. So Friday at Envision, Robert, Mark, and Lenore trunk shows are happening this Friday, April 10th. Are we doing our Friday show? I don't even know what day it is.
It's, okay. Friday is the 10th. The North Loop, Minnetonka, and the Galleria, both Robert, Mark, and Lenore, the full collection. And then on Saturday, the full collection trunk shows will be at Grand Avenue and again at Galleria. So it's a chance for you to go in and look at two of the best eyewear designers that are out there as far as just really jewelry for your faces, cool glasses, funky glasses, elegant. And you'll have every style, every shade. Because, of course, they don't care. Because sometimes you'll have a style and it will come in 10 different colors.
Right.
And so they won't always have, maybe they'll have 3 of the 10. So this is a chance to be able to try on everything and really get the complementary shade. If you find a pair of glasses, and we know you will, then you can get the exact, you don't have to,
it's
wait.
Perfect.
It's all there.
It's
so
fun. Everything fits.
They really are.
Everything fits. So stop by Envision, tell them Lori and Julia sent you. And for more information, you can go to envision-optical.com. Okay, Laura.
I have a scary story to tell you, or I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how to qualify this story. So let me paint the picture for you. So it's last Saturday. The kids are napping.
The kids are in from out of town.
Yeah, the 2 and the 4-year-old are napping or having quiet time. And Nikki and I are watching The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yes.
The first episode, the second time. Okay.
Just
and
to get everyone...
I have 3 coats I want to model for her for the Scandinavia trip. Because it's going to be like 50s and 40s. You're going to want to have a waterproof coat. You're going to want to have a hood on that coat. Luckily, I am like any other good Minnesotan and have a plethora of coats.
Yes.
Okay. So many coats.
Yes.
I love coats. So do you. And I have a lot of black ones.
They're all black.
Yeah, pretty much. I did buy one in a pink, a Calvin Klein one once that is good. But
I've had a pink trench coat forever, and I've worn it to one funeral. Of course, I don't wear black. I wear pink.
You were pink, yeah. The way to go. Was it a Mary Kay funeral? Bada bing.
No, but it was epic. All right, go back.
So I try on a Calvin Klein, another Calvin Klein, and then I try on this athletic coat that I bought for Paris last year. And I brought it to Paris, and it's a kind of a trench, but it comes down a little bit lower, an anorak for your butt in case it's cold out. It's very, very polished looking.
Yes. Okay.
And I tried on my Patagonia under that jacket because I always like to bring a little Patagonia jacket in case it is chilly or we're somewhere.
Does it fit?
Yeah, it totally fits. The girl says to me, that's the jacket, the Athleta. That's the jacket to take. I go put away all 3 coats. On Monday, as soon as they left, I started using the second floor bathroom, staging for this trip because I want to bring a carry-on. First thing I do.
That's all we can bring.
Yeah. Well, you can bring more, but I don't want to be schlepping.
Silly. Yep.
First thing I do for staging is I get the coat. That is the basis of the wardrobe. Do I want to wear it on the flight? Will it pack good in my suitcase? Blah, blah, blah.
Yes. I'm literally experiencing this right before we started today.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing.
The athletic coat is nowhere to be found.
Did she take it home by accident?
No, that's what we thought. We thought the ghost coat doesn't exist. It somehow got packed up. Maybe I didn't put the coat back in the closet like I remember that I did, but maybe I put it on a chair where they threw their coats and maybe it got grabbed. No, she's home. She's looked everywhere. She doesn't have the coat. I've texted everyone who was at my house on Sunday morning for the Easter egg hunt.
Did you take my coat?
Did you by chance? Because everybody's got a black coat and they kind of look alike.
Yes.
No, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. No, I don't. The coat is missing. It's gone.
Lori, look under your bed.
Julia, I remember walking.
How can it be gone, though?
It didn't walk out the door by itself.
Did you start packing things in a suitcase at all?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my gosh, Lori, that's weird.
Isn't it weird?
But you know what? It's going to turn up.
Well, guess what I did? I was losing sleep over it.
Yeah.
So I went to Rosedale yesterday
and
marched myself over to Athleta. Don't buy the black one because I got too many black ones. You buy it's kind of like a really pretty slate blue gray.
That's so funny.
I buy that coat. I talked the lady into giving me 20% off because I didn't order it online. She talked me into opening a card to get another 25% off. So I felt slightly better about my $199 coat, being like $130. The replacement coat, because I can't deal with it. I can't find it. I've torn my house apart. There's only a couple places that would be. Someone has taken that coat home and they don't know it yet.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. It's going to be whether or not they notice, I have no idea, but I have 4 female suspects.
Okay. And and I'm not one of them.
You're not, because you didn't come over for the Easter egg hunt. And it just was so funny. And I dubbed it the ghost coat.
The ghost coat. Because I don't know if you can see. I'm trying on right now.
We're dressed like twins today.
No,
that's
I know,
a nice shot of your camel toe.
No, I know. Is it camel toe? I'm trying on my pants that kind of are fitting tightly right now. These are Eddie Bauer, like rain pants kind of, but they're more of they're not,
like a jogger?
No, they're not a jogger. They're more fitted. But anyway, I wear them.
Do you have the tag on them?
I do from last year. Eddie Bauer closed their stores. I love Eddie Bauer. But, maybe I've gained a pound or 2, but I'm wearing them right now thinking they'll stretch. And I don't know if it's stretchy material, but we'll see. But that's the slate blue color, And then I was looking at my coats because I bought one on Whidbey Island when I was there like maybe 3 years ago with my friend Shannon. And
that's a windy, wet place if the weather is
right.
Whoa, burr.
And it's kind of a thicker coat, and then but it's waterproof and it's already lined and everything, and it has a houndstooth inset, which kind of bugs me. I wish it was, but it's cute.
I bet. Yeah, I think I know this coat. It's very cute.
It's warm because really it's going to be 40 to 60, and I hate being cold. But if you know how many shoes I've ordered. And my sister says to me last night, why don't you just go into a store? And she goes, because she's from Bozeman. She's like, you have stores. Just go into them. Go into that Schuler shoes that you love. Go into REI or ARM, or she couldn't think of the name. And we're laughing because I've ordered so many pairs of trying to find a waterproof shoe because the Danskos that you and I have, they don't have any height on them. I'm just like...
Mine have height, but I don't like how they fit me.
I don't like the rounded toe. It feels like I'm a child in bumpers.
Yes.
And we bought my mom a pair for Christmas, if you remember. I just hated the rounded toe, but they work.
They are waterproof. My sister
What are you going to do?
I am bringing a pair of tennis shoes, and I'm bringing a pair of European-looking track shoes. And that's it.
Okay, so because I saw you can spray waterproofing on, I did. You did? Okay, because that's what I think of. Because I'm like, I hate the look.
Yeah. So
all right, so you're having it too. All right. So anyway,
but where did the coat go? It's just a cluster. It blows my mind.
I'm trying to think of things I found so long. You're gonna find it. It will show up.
And when I do, I'll be happy. It's really cute. It's really stylish.
You have so many coats.
Oh, Julia, you
had a cute one on the other day. What was that little short one you wore for Easter or before Easter last week when I saw you?
Oh, my little Evereve Blue Sun bomber leather jacket. So cute. Yeah, that would be fun to bring to Scandinavia, but no room.
We have no room because we're traveling so much, and I really want to abide by the code of a carry-on.
It was liberating going to Italy for 2.5 weeks, having my pink Samsonite carry-on. I was amazed at how many outfits I was able to make. I was pleased with my packing choices, and better yet, because even though we had it was a tour and we had a motor coach driver at these little hotels, you are going to have to schlep your bag a little bit. And when you're moving around a lot, it is better to be streamlined. If you're going to Paris for a week, yes, bring it all. Bring all your options.
Right. But
something like that. But if you're moving from a hotel to hotel every 2, 3, 4 days, and some places you might have one night, which when I was in Sicily, we did one night 2 times.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's good to be mobile.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think the hardest part is the cosmetic piece. Of course you do. So we're 23 days out from our trip. So I have been starting. I'm starting, which is unusual for me.
It's so much fun to stage for a big trip.
It actually is kind of fun.
It is fun.
You know.
It gives you a little purpose. It's a little fun.
A little purpose.
You can kind of dream about where you're going to be wearing this. And like I thought about what am I wearing to the ABBA museum? What is my sparkle?
Okay. Well, we might just have to bring sparkle headbands or something. Or
something. We got to have some kind of ABBA something. I can just wing it too.
But we have to bring one thing sparkly. Okay. That's on the list.
Yeah.
Something sparkle. Got it. Okay, so let's talk about hair. Hair Restoration Institute is where I've been going, and I had the growth factor injections, 28 of them in my head.
I'm going to start calling you Farrah. You got so much hair.
Well, I love it, Lori. It is so awesome to have hair again, and they are just so awesome to work with. They know what they're doing. They have surgical and non-surgical options, and this obviously was non-surgical. And it all starts with a consultation with Beth. You go to hrimn.com. But, you know, it's I remember in my 40s, and I still have all the hair that I sourced from China because I was going to start. I literally, do you remember when I would wear all the clip-in hairs?
I do.
And I thought, I would do home parties and you could buy a pack in your hair color. I thought this was a good idea because we were past, you know, the Tasty Choice, or what was that cooking home party that we'd always have?
Pampered Chef.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, we all had that, and I thought this would be
but now we can go to professional people who actually know what they're doing as 100%. Far as replacing your hair.
Yes. I mean,
and getting back your old hairline.
Right. And mine started in my 40s. I mean, so this is, It's just so great to have them, and they will help you out and answer all your questions. And you can have a consultation by Zooming them. They're right by the Mall of America, or by going and visiting and seeing what they can do for you, because it works. hrimn.com. And we're just talking about our travel, so we might as well give a shout out to Borton Overseas Travel. They're wonderful.
People are so excited after going to the meeting. I know a couple people, meeting. The kickoff meeting that did the Zoom, Shannon and
Anne and
anyway. But people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm really getting excited," because you're going on the trip, but maybe you don't really look at the itinerary, and then you're like, oh my gosh, we're doing this. We're going to be in the Hall of Mirrors, which is like modeled after Versailles. I mean, some of the experiences that we're doing is because Borton Overseas has the on-site travel experience, so that they have, I hate to use the word curated, but that's what they've done is they've weeded out things and made sure that you maximize your time, and you also have free time.
Yes,
between,
we have
things.
Quite a yes,
which is lovely. That's what people want. We want time to explore. On our own.
We have some free time. We have together time. And it's Borton Overseas,
and you make friends for life on these trips. You will make at least one friend for life.
I know. Mm-hmm. And if we're going next April. We're going to Croatia. But if there's other trips that Borton Overseas has, plus they can put together a trip for you. And they do a robust African safari trips. And they have Latin America and Asia and Iceland, of course, we love. But think of them. They have done such a good job for all of our people, and we just want you to know about them, and hopefully they can do it for you. And say Lori and Julia sent you, please.
That's right.
Please.
Well, since it is Friday, Julia, I do want to point out the big movie that's opening this weekend, not in the theater, but on Apple Plus. It is called Outcome. Keanu Reeves is in it. Cameron Diaz, Matt Bauer. Scorsese is playing himself. David Spade makes an appearance, and Jonah Hill wrote it and also stars in it, kind of unrecognizable. And the plot line is this. There's this famous Hollywood star by the name of, this is the most Keanu movie star name, Reef Hawk.
Oh gosh, is that ever him?
Yep. Isn't it Reef Hawk? Yes. So he's famous, and he must confront his past when he gets an extortion video that shows him doing something that he did a long time ago that will threaten and derail his career. So he has to, it's a comedy crime movie.
I've seen him do the press. He's so delightful.
He is so wonderful.
He really is.
He and Cameron Diaz, famously made Feeling Minnesota.
That's right. And you saw him at the St. Paul Hotel.
Please let me tell the story. Okay, this is so good. Picture this. It's Easter Sunday morning. We're there for brunch. I'm with my friend Lisa. Her mom came down from Duluth. She had pearls on, and we always had to dress pretty. And there were like maybe 6 of us. And the St. Paul Hotel does an incredible Easter brunch. I mean, beautiful to the eyes, yummy on the stomach. And so, but where they had it like where you would have a reception, they set up the brunch. And so I had to leave the brunch area to go out to the bathroom, and then maybe I wanted to poke my head in the bar and just see what was happening in the bar. And as I was
on Easter brunch,
yeah, you never know who's going to be in the bar, And I literally collide with Keanu Reeves, who is not a short actor. He's got to be 6 feet tall,
right?
Taller than you would think. And I collided, and my head hits like right under his chin. And I bounced back and I said, "Oh, it's Keanu Reeves." And he's like, "Yes, I am." And I said, "Well, enjoy the brunch. It's really good." I mean, oh my God. Lisa's mom fell out of my mouth. I mean, what am I, the greeting committee?
Well, Lori, that's better than, I think that's
Cameron was right
to say.
behind him, and they looked like they'd been out all night, like maybe at Paisley Park or something.
Back in the day.
There was definitely an out all night vibe as they were,
They were just kind of coming home.
Yeah. And so after I told him enjoy the brunch, he's like, "Thank you." And I was like, I cannot believe I wasted that moment with Keanu by telling him enjoy the brunch. I mean,
Lori,
Julia, sweep me away to your room. I'm single.
I don't know. I think it was probably better what you said. I mean, that's like me getting George Clooney to come over and talk to us, and I'd say your name. I mean, what? You say my name.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was a famous good retort.
But you're
I was so starstruck.
Of course.
And
of course.
He was the last person I expected to collide with. I guess they stayed at that hotel when they were making that movie.
A lot of people stay there.
Yeah, and then I went back in, and
I mean, a lot of people stay at the St. Paul Hotel, but I mean, like if they're
filming
performing
a movie,
now at the Grand Casino XL Center, or
So I run back in the other room to tell my table mates. Of course, Lisa's mom has no idea who he is and couldn't be bothered. And my friend Lisa wanted to jump up and go find him. And the other, 3 or 4 people we were there just were like, "Yeah, whatever."
I would have been happy because he's so hot, and he was so hot.
And he still is.
He
was on a late show, and he said...
he's just got charm.
He does. He said he was promoting, I can't remember what show he was on, and might have been Colbert. I'm always struck at his old battered Red Wing boots that he wears.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, they're just filthy.
He's a true, he doesn't care.
Yeah, but he's got a nice suit on and he looks great. And his girlfriend, Alexander Grant, was on the red carpet. When he was on, I think it was Colbert, he said, "Do you have any advice? You've been in this business now a long time." And Keanu just said, "Yeah, try not to be a bleeping a-hole.
You got to be nice to everybody.
Go to work,
to
respect who you're working with until they prove they don't get your respect. It might not work, but try doing it that way."
That's great. I mean, that should be for everybody, whatever you're in.
Yeah. So I
respect people no matter what level.
Yeah, wherever you are in the line, because sometimes the first person on the call list, quote unquote, in Hollywood is not nice to people below the line that are, the grips, the food people, the hair, makeup, whatever. So, and we hear about this where people get quite swollen heads.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And the piece de la resistance for the movie outcome, Susan Lucci is playing Reef Hawk's mother, and she has like a reality show, and she wants to tape his confession about this terrible thing he did in the middle of a restaurant. She is chewing the scenery like Erica Kane.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So
I've been wondering where that's playing, but so it's on Apple Plus.
It's on Apple Plus. It drops on Friday, April 10th. So I definitely want to check that out.
There's a rom-com that's landing too. You, Me, and Tuscany with Regine Paul, or how do we say his name?
Regé-Jean Page.
Yes.
Ooh.
And Halle Bailey, who played the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Halle Bailey, her character's mom died, but she was planning on being a chef and going to Italy, and she has a chance encounter with the jet setter. And
who's Regé-Jean Page?
No, it's not him, but with someone else, and says, yes, I'm trying to leave my family in Italy. I've got a thing over there, and no one stays in her or something. She sneakily decides she's going to go stay there. And then stuff happens.
Well, that sounds good. Is it in the theaters?
Cute. It's in the theaters.
Okay.
It got like, a 2.5 star, but I don't.
That's all right.
That's fine. That's totally fine with me. The big news in the culinary scene in the Twin Cities, we are going to have a Michelin star restaurant here.
You know what? We talked about this on Jason's show. Julia, color me who does not care. I do not care.
You are the worst person to talk about food with, because other people like to eat and other people like Michelin. Have you ever been to a Michelin star?
Yes, I have, Julia.
Yes, Minneapolis could use some love right now. So I think this would be a nice boost. We're paying a lot of money for it, but we aren't. We're charging more for our visitors in a hotel tax that will pay for it.
All right.
But you have to pay to get Michelin stars.
Yeah,
but there's a criteria. I ate at one in Italy when I was 27.
Like a 1 star, or was it a 2 star?
I would say I felt like it was like a 2.
Yeah, I kind of think Michelin just needs some. They just want to. They need the loving, and so they're finally deigning to look at the Midwest, Detroit and Minneapolis, when the food scenes in the Midwest are very vibrant, very strong. We don't even need the stars, but okay, fine, go ahead. But, then not including the Twin Cities is really dumb on the part of Michelin.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
I think Minneapolis pursued this, though. Minneapolis has been going after this. They're bored.
Okay.
They're, helping.
They are paying the fee.
Well, no, people who stay at hotels in Minneapolis are paying an extra 2%
so it's under
fee.
that umbrella,
yes,
so it doesn't include St. Paul. Well, then fine. I'm not going to even be mad at them about that.
Don't.
I'm going to put this in the good for you.
Well,
guys.
it's good exposure for the community. It's good exposure. And then the other, because you remember Gabrielle on Emily in Paris, his whole thing with his restaurant was to try to get a Michelin star.
Yes.
In Europe, this has been a huge deal. I think it started in the U.S. with French Laundry in San Francisco or something.
Yeah, very good, Julia. You got your foodie creds going. You pay attention. You had that one book that everybody had, the silver book.
God, that's so long. The silver palette, the cookbook.
But
Lori,
people.
I still have mine, and I still think my friend still makes chicken marbella. If this is ringing a bell with anybody, it's the olives and chicken, and you eat it kind of warm. I still have that one.
I always felt like with my friends, a litmus test, because I just had my grandmother's Betty Crocker cookbook. That's all I left.
That's a great one.
Home with. Yeah, my mom saved it for me and gave it to me. You're going to need to learn how to cook. So I still have that, but I was always impressed because I remember when that silver palette came out in like the late 80s or whatever it was. It caused such a sensation because was it French cooking made a little bit easier, not so Julia Child, or it was something? It was
like the first mainstream cookbook, it felt like. I don't know.
With some simplicity to it.
With some, but the ingredients go, oh my gosh, everyone ate it up. And it came in a trade paperback. It didn't come in a hardcover.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe I just bought it later, but that was everything.
Yes. And then the other 2 cookbooks I got excited about in my life was Oprah, her first cookbook with Bob or whatever his name was.
The burner
it was a
Bob. Yeah.
Thin book, and we learned how to make sweet potato fries in the oven.
I never bought that one.
Okay, I think they sent it to us. Yes, I still have mine. And then Marjorie Johnson's Blue
Ribbon cookbook.
Because she's got so many epic, just recipes where it's dedicated to us. Oh, and Stephanie Hansen, when her True North came out, and because it's so beautiful, the way she did that book, not 700 recipes or anything. I mean, it's very specific.
I love a cookbook. Pretty. It has great pictures and it's got great stories.
So do I.
Yes. There's a full page dedicated to me and my ex in our first cookbook about the fire on the island.
Oh, and Stephanie's? That's right. That's right.
And then the Blue Zones with Danny Butner. His cookbook.
I did. I still have
that one. I'm trying to think of what. I have the Marshall Fields cookbook, and I still make some of those.
Do you?
Boundary Waters soup, and I make this chicken salad that they made, and they have this shrimp salad.
I remember that chicken salad. That was
and
excellent.
The tuna salad. I use that one, but it's a lot. It's ingredients. It's ingredients. It's chopping. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, my split pea ham soup
with the yellow peas.
Both of your brothers have declared it my best soup I have made to date out of all the ham bones, and I've probably made 20 pots. And I can't figure out, it was Dee Drummond, Pioneer Woman. That's where I got the recipe. Split pea soup with ham bone. That's what I Googled. And it was Dee Drummond, the Pioneer Woman. And the thing that was different is that I've never sauteed the carrots, the onion, the celery, and the ham in olive oil in the bottom of the big pot I'm making it in. I don't have a Dutch oven or whatever you call it. So I did that. I've never done that before. And then I used yellow peas.
And they're not as sweet as green peas, I heard.
I don't know. And
I don't know
I
either.
had garlic. I just followed that recipe anyway. He's just like, that's the best. I didn't even have to add Tabasco.
Oh, now that's
John said the same thing.
That's a big compliment.
Thank you.
That's a huge one. I didn't get any. I love our family.
I'm sorry, your mom is getting the rest.
Yeah, we love split pea soup more than anything. My mom.
I should try and save you some, but I think your mom has
Don't
it.
worry
If you're going to see your mom at all tomorrow.
I just saw her yesterday.
Okay.
We went and we talked books. I returned a pair of shoes for her.
I ran into her at Jasmine at the salon.
Yes, you did.
Soapbox. Yep. I turned around and she was just standing there and she just looks at me and she goes like this with her hand, I'm getting scissors, and I'm like, well, please go ahead of me. I have this appointment right now, but I'll give you 2 minutes.
All three of us go to the same person. My mom,
Jazz.
And my mom on Easter had this hair that was driving her crazy.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
It was funny though. I'm like, that was always something I liked about Jasmine when my hair was really short. I could go in for a bang trim.
Yeah.
Or clean up my kitchen sink on the back of my neck. And
I love that.
She wouldn't charge you, but maybe the next time you see her, give her a better tip.
There you go. Or if you want to clean up your body health, let's talk about hormone health, bioidentical hormone replacement health. So I have a friend who has extreme osteoporosis and was told at 50 not to do any hormones.
Dear.
Was told. So now in the past year and a half, I think, has gone all in on hormones because hormones protect bone health. Your bones as you age. They protect your heart health. They protect your, how your cells bind to each other. They do so much in your body.
Was your doctor not familiar with?
There's a lot of them.
Perimenopause, menopause. I know it's true.
They just say, "Don't worry about it. You don't need it."
Yeah, you'll get through it. How'd your mom get through it? Did you ask your mom? It'll probably be like your mom.
Right. My mom said she came in hard and went out hard, and I felt.
You're like, this is not helpful.
No,
we want more help than this.
Right. So Dr. Lisa, Dr. Lisa at Lake Med Spa in Wayzata, we absolutely are thrilled to be working with her. So if you're in your late 30s through your 60s, whatever, perimenopause, whatever stage you're in, she has a consultation. You can book a consultation with Dr. Lisa, and she will go over your hormone health. You'll get the test results, tell you what tests you need, or they can do them for you, and then come back in and help you. Just because why wouldn't we do this for our body? I mean, we do all these exterior things for our body and our face and everything. Why not do it for the way your whole body works? And bone health is serious. And osteoporosis, you can say it, Lori. But anyway, and sexual health. I know I have a lot of friends who say sex hurts, and it doesn't have to. There's things you can do. So we can't say enough about Dr. Lisa. Visit LAKmedspa.com. That's LAKmedspa.com to book your consultation with Dr. Lisa. Or we know Natalie, who works there, is one of the cosmetologists. I don't know what we say her title is, but experts on skin and healthcare.
Esthetician. She's esthetician.
And they have all the E category new stuff, which is non-invasive and really works. So there's a lot going on there. We're really lucky to be working with Lake Med Spa, LAKMED Spa.
Question for you, Julia.
Yes, dear.
You have any ideas for how I should dress for Lady Gaga tomorrow, Friday night?
Maybe wear yellow as an homage to Liza Minnelli.
I thought she liked red. Oh, yeah, Liza.
Oh, no.
Liza.
Her house
Go
in
with
yellow.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah, yeah. For tomorrow night, where is it at?
It's at the Excel Grand Casino. Grand Casino.
Oh, gosh. Do you have good seats?
Yeah, we have pretty good seats. I'm going with my buddy Tom, and when those tickets went on sale last summer, he was the only person I knew that would get tickets.
Yeah, he's excellent at
but he'll go by himself. And years ago on the radio station, the first time she had a big show outside of the Fine Line, he won a contest, myTalk, then FM 107.
Mm-hmm.
And he and a friend did a parody that was so great of Telephone, Lady Gaga and Beyonce. And they won.
Yes, I remember this. It was so hysterical.
It was so much fun. It was such a fun promotion, and people were so creative. But he and his buddy were like picture perfect. So I asked him if he'd go, because I knew you would not make a commitment to go that far in advance. I mean, I know that.
I'm not going to get.
Yeah, I'm not going to get mad at you.
But I actually think you're going to have a blast. I mean, we've seen her. I've seen her twice. I love her.
And she canceled Sunday night in Montreal. It was her third night. She's been on voice rest now this whole week. She plays Thursday night. So by the time this pod, there will be a bunch of people who saw the first night. It sold out right away. And then tomorrow, and then next weekend, she's wrapping the Mayhem tour in New York City at Madison Square Gardens. And her fiance is from Minnesota.
I know, Michael. I don't know where he's from, but Lori, you're going to have a blast.
Yeah. So I thought, why? I'll probably wear my usual uniform, Julia. I gotta, I might wear sparkly boots. And I might wear a sparkly jacket. And then
some good jeans.
Some good jeans. And my crossbody small bag.
Remember to wear a small bag. You have a small bag. I think everyone's into that by now.
I think so.
You're going to have a blast.
TSA's April Fool joke that they did last week, that the social media could still joke about it with all these different times they haven't gotten paid. But their April Fool's joke last Wednesday was that all luggage and all carry-ins had to be clear plastic.
Okay, that's funny.
And that people really believed it.
That's funny.
People believed it. They were Googling it. They were mocking up clear suitcases made of the crinkly plastic. And I fell for it for a second. I'm like, this is a disaster.
Right. This is too much. But you love to buy a suitcase. You could have bought a new translucent one.
Right. And then they later in the day, just kidding, April Fools. But I was like, you guys are good.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, and then this was really encouraging news. Celine Dion, we already know she's had a concert set up for next September in Paris.
She has set like 6 dates.
She added more, Lori.
Yeah, they sold out.
But I was thinking she was going to spread it out because she has stiff person syndrome. And she's got the first one is 4 days, 12th, then 16th, and then it goes 18, 19, then 4 days, 23, 25,
She's on some kind of regimen that she feels confident that she can sing with whatever she's got going on. But that would be an amazing reason to go to Paris.
Well, I wish it was last year when we were there. We would have gone.
Well, my gosh. Paris can happen this year.
Paris can happen. Lori.
That's how I always feel.
I know you can. I'm in for Paris. I could go back there in a second. Have you started reading That's What Friends Are For?
Yes, I did. I started reading it in the jury room at the Ramsey County Courthouse. I love it.
Isn't it good? That's Wade Rouse. Sparkly. He was on our show 6 weeks ago for his book. That's What Friends Are For. It's the most
first book. That is as Jason called it. That is a joy bomb.
So he did have him on. Okay, good.
Well, I don't know if he had him on, but as I was reading the book, I'm laughing. And he's painting such a great picture, and I'm thinking of some of our friends that we know in Palm Springs that are living there. And I'm obsessively, liking everything that Viola Shipman / Wade Rouse does. I followed him on his book tour. He posts all these great
He's amazing
pictures. Yeah, he really is the loveliest of men.
I have a new book for you that I'm going to give you because I had the reader advance, The Island Club.
Why do I feel like I've read that book?
You haven't. It hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
we're gonna have the author on the book birthday when it comes out.
Really?
Yes, it is.
It looks good. I love the cover.
It's a perfect summer escape. I finished it. It's a Carrie Soto is Back. If anyone read that from Taylor Jenkins Reid meets Big Little Lies delight that will exceed all reader expectations. I love it, but I have to give this to you today so you can read it.
All right, and, because two other authors that we really love, Abby Jimenez and Jess Laurie.
I know
they both have books out.
Okay,
and then this other guy who wrote J.D. Moline, I think his name is, the Ben Packard, the Clearwater Sheriff. His fourth book in that series comes out. Yeah, we need to have a producing meeting for some of we're starting to get guest ideas, Julia.
Well, we have them.
Yeah.
Well, I'll assign them to you. Get on it. No, when she says we need to have a meeting, she means, Julia, I need to give you the dates to book them.
That is what I mean. That is what I mean.
No, I know. I'm exact.
People know too.
No, I know who you are.
Yeah.
You haven't changed much.
No. I did give you credit on Jason's show, though, today for being the CEO and CFO of all Lori and Julia businesses.
Also, speaking of which, because we're going to do...
We're a multi-hyphenate business conglomerate
Is that what we are
yeah,
making,
But, I mean, we've always been good at business.
I wish I was better right now.
Business. I know, but we stand on business and we're workhorses and we commit.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
We're going to do, if anyone, because we have a couple, we're not going to be in the country for a week, so we're going to do a couple pre-shows and we have got exciting things to do them. And one of them is just going to be all about our nipple episode on Sex and the City, the nipple enhancers that we invented.
Never told the whole story of how that happened.
Yeah, and if anybody has any other ideas that you want us to talk about, because we have stuff.
Do we have email that you check?
Well, we have this thing called direct DMing on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
Lori,
right.
Julia.
And I read them. What am I talking about?
You do.
Not right now because I don't have a phone. Panic at the Disco.
Apparently, I'm going to help you with that after this.
Yes, you are.
But anyway, I went today because I don't know what I was on, and I went to the name of our company, which was Body Perks. My name, I loved it. .com. And right now on GoDaddy, our website that we let go is only for $4,888. It's gone down from like $29,000. I just want to say, it's the best name for a business.
It really was. It was a good one. And I gave because Jason said, who came up with Still Loud? And I said, Julia, she's the CEO, CFO. She came up with Body Perks. She comes out. He goes, well, did you have a name? I said, yeah, I can't even remember what it was. And Julia just looked at me and said, I've done the research. This is a good name. And I said, okay. I said, that's why we work together well. I don't worry about that stuff because I know you have gone every extra distance to make sure it's going to ring all the bells. Of the ways
Thank you for the compliments. All right.
No, it's
Look
true,
at the time.
Julia. You're very. That's what you have always been good at. I'm the PR marketing buzzsaw.
Well, get on it, would you? Would you? Get on it, okay? I'm just giving you an assignment.
Like and subscribe, people.
Get on. Like and say it. Now, let me hear your pitch.
Like and subscribe, Lori and Julia. You can go to loriandjulia.com, anywhere you get your podcasts, stillloud.com. I seem to always go on Spotify.
I go through, that's because I go through Apple. But
but however you get it.
Yes, we are soon. It's right around the corner. My mom is very excited to see us visually on YouTube do our show.
Yeah.
She's so excited for it, and it's It's right around the corner. And
my mom will like that too. She likes to see our faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've had to put on makeup for the last 2 weeks, and we don't even need it until
I've got terrible lighting, and I've got a non-working phone. And I got a call to jury duty, so I really have to say goodbye.
Arrivederci. Ciao, Bella. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us.
Piccolo tutto.
There you go. We love doing this and hope you love it, too. Talk to you later.